If you're thinking about making a move and Arizona is on your list, well then stay tuned. That's what we're talking about. The pros of living in Arizona. And I'm starting right now. Welcome back. I'm Michelle Miller with Michelle Miller AZ, and I am a realtor here in the Phoenix Scottsdale Paradise Valley area. And today I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about what it's been like for me. I moved here from the Midwest almost 15 years now. Wow. So I did a video like this years ago, and now I've lived here a little bit longer, and I just kind of want to discuss the things that I have really liked about living here as opposed to living in the Midwest. So, all right, let's kick it off. For me, the biggest thing here is, and I'm not gonna say warm, is the sunny days. Like, we have over 300 days of sun, and I know people that live in the Midwest, you will totally get this in other parts where you have that. I was just back in Pennsylvania and I forgot like how gray and gloomy it is. You wake up, it's gray. Lunchtime, it's gray. It's like, where is the sun? And so that was a huge game changer for me. I just feel more energized. I feel happier. And actually you really do kind of enjoy a day when it's cloudy here because they are so few and far between. All right, next, tied in with that is just the outdoor recreation. There is so much to do here. Like, I love all the hiking trails, all the biking trails. Then there's golf. Then there's, like you can swim most of the year round. In the winter, you definitely have to heat your pool because it gets cold, but there's always people outside. You go to the hiking trails, I can't believe how many people are out and about. You see big biking teams that come and train here. So it's really just seems like such a healthy environment, which I just love. 3, this is a huge one, and actually coming from Illinois, this was really eye-opening, the low property taxes. I bought a house that was the same size as what I lived in, and I lived in central Illinois, not even Chicago at this time when I owned a house, and my taxes were 1/5 of what they were when I left Illinois. So, I mean, that is huge, and so people come and they look, and they're buying, like, if you buy a condo and stuff, and they're looking at our taxes, they're like, that's per year? And I'm like, yeah, that's per year. So, a huge bonus, a big win. The other part is the diverse food scene. We have a lot of restaurants here, a lot of great authentic food, especially we have a lot of people that are from Mexico that live here, and so you can find like some of the most fabulous Mexican food here. We have a lot of really good sushi, which a lot of the places it's flown in. Obviously, we don't live on the ocean, so we're not catching fresh fish, but a lot of these big high-end restaurants will fly it in every day. So we have a lot of great Italian food here. You can pretty much find anything your little heart desires. On that note of the good food scene too, we have these like food and wine festivals all the time, which is kind of neat. We have restaurant week twice a year. So that's a good way to like dip your toe in at some of these maybe higher end restaurants that you don't really want to spend a lot, but you can go out and get like a 3-course meal for $55, which is a pretty good way to try and test out some restaurants without dropping a boatload of money. And then big food truck festivals. It's just, there's a lot of fun things to do here. The diverse climate, you're gonna think I'm crazy when I say that, but it's in like Phoenix and Scottsdale, we don't have a diverse climate. However, you can go up to Flagstaff and be at 7,000 feet and have snow and pine trees and all that stuff. And it's a really short drive, it's less than 2 hours. And in Sedona, you can also kind of get out of our heat. So that makes it really attractive that you can get a little variety if you just get tired of kind of the same sunny days. Oh, yeah, like who's tired of sun? All right, another big one, which people don't think about, or they might think of the Mayo Clinic, but we have a really big, diverse healthcare system here. Great, because a lot of our population is snowbirds, and so that is sort of a big draw for them, because there is a Mayo Clinic in Minnesota that people think about, but sometimes people forget that we have one here. On top of that, we have Barrow, which is a big neurological institute. We have MD Anderson, which is a big cancer institute. We have a big children's hospital presence here. We also have Dignity Health, which is also a neurology center. We have Honor Health, and Banner, which are big medical outfits for just general medical health. So we do have a big medical footprint, and actually Mayo is, what we're hearing is all along Mayo, there's a lot of development, and they're talking about that's gonna become a huge biomedical corridor. So that will be something to watch in the future for all that, like Future Health, where they analyze your biomarkers and can kind of predict maybe some of your health outcomes and kind of cut them off at the pass. So it's going to be a really big development. There's a lot of construction going on in this town. The other thing I like here is it's a really pretty clean city. When I go to other places, that's when I really notice it the most, but like our roads are really nice, mostly because our highway infrastructure is not that old, and maybe 20 years old, if that. And then, but just all along it, they build like these sound walls and they decorate them so that the sound from the highway doesn't reverberate into the neighborhoods that are around them. And you just don't see a lot of trash everywhere, which is really nice, especially in Scottsdale. It's very clean. Now let's talk about the fun stuff like shopping and entertainment and all that. We have a tremendous shopping here. I mean, when my girlfriends come and visit from downstate Illinois, they just can't get enough of, we have something for everybody. A lot of outlet malls, very high-end shopping. The Ritz-Carlton is developing their first hotel in 12 years here, and all along it, they're calling it the Rodeo Drive of the Desert that's coming. So that's going to be really, really high-end shopping. There's supposed to be like a big Fendi store with actually apartments and stuff or condos above it, and just like all those super high-end luxury goods. But the Fashion Square also has a big luxury arm to it. And then there's Kierland and the Biltmore, which is trying to get revitalized, and then Paradise, or where the Paradise Valley Mall used to be, that's all being revitalized. So if you want to shop, you will find it here for sure. But then we have a lot of good like entertainment. I mean, we have professional sports teams. We have the spring training, which is fun. Also, which one of my clients told me about, I never knew about this, was there's fall ball here. There's a whole fall league that happens here, much like spring training, that I just don't think gets advertised that much. She told me that last year, and I had been here 14 years. I'd never even heard about it. So that's kind of neat. Those are kind of fun ways to be able to go out and take your kids or your family to a game and not break the bank, because sometimes these high-end professional teams can get kind of pricey to take a family or even a date to some of those things. I like the convenience of this state for a lot of travel. You can be at the ocean. You can be in California at the ocean in 5.5 hours in San Diego. You could be in Mexico at Rocky Point and go to the beach in like 4 hours. You can be in Vegas and gamble your savings away in 4 to 4.5 hours, depending where you are in Phoenix and Scottsdale. And like I said, you can zip up to Flagstaff or Sedona for a little change of season. Prescott's a really fun little town too. So I just like the variety and that you're not that far. You're just a quick drive away from a lot of different things. Like I said earlier about construction, I love that we have a really strong economy. We have people in our government that are really trying to sell Arizona as a place for businesses to come. And I went to a forum about a month and a half ago, and they were talking about that there's 250 more big projects and companies that they're drawing to this area that's going to bring over 1,000 jobs or $5 billion into our economy. So that's where you're seeing all this development. But right now, Taiwan Semiconductor is a huge footprint. Apple has come, Google has come, Amazon has come. So we have a lot of big names coming here, so it can be a strong job market for people looking for a job, some of the younger people. And lastly, the desert beauty. So when I first moved here, I didn't really think, to be honest with you, I really didn't think it was all that beautiful here. But now I've never seen or knew that a cactus could bloom such beautiful flowers, and that our sunsets are just hands down so unbelievably beautiful, especially in monsoon season where there's a lot of dust in the air. That can be just really stunning. They're really, really reds and pinks and purples. It's just like nothing I'd ever seen before. So every area you live has some sort of beautiful quality to it, and then it's just getting used to this. I had to get rid of and out of the mindset of having a lot of color and greenery, but I have grown to really love the desert beauty that surrounds here. So anyways, if you have questions about living in Arizona, I'm always happy to answer them, or anything in particular about what it's been like to live here, how's the heat, that's a big one for people, anything. My contact information is at the end of the video, and I'm always here to answer your questions. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.